when IT is broken in companies, often it's because of the way that senior executives are asking for things. Senior executives ask three things that get them in trouble. Number one is asking IT to be all things to all people. Number two is asking IT to do it alone, without the business people involved. And number three is asking IT to do it on a shoestring. All three of these things will get you in trouble. If you ask IT to be all things to all people, then what happens is there's no standardized way, there's no efficiency, and things get difficult. Things get complicated, and complexity beyond a limit is a really bad thing. Just think about your finance department. If they let everybody do accounting their own way, you'd never be able to close the books, and you'd never know that you were right if you did. So that's the first one. Don't try to be all things to all people. There are reasons for rules, and there are reasons for a standardized platform that you can then build some customizing on top of. Number two, asking IT to do it alone. The real value from technology comes from how you change your business because the technology is there. It's reworking the way your processes go so that you've got fewer people in them, or you're allowing the people to do the smart stuff instead of the boring paper pushing stuff. That kind of change is not something a CIO can make happen. The CIO can make the technology happen, but you got to change your own organization. So if you ask the CIO to do it on their own, what you're asking the CIO to do is to do the least valuable part of this process of transforming your company. And it's not going to work. The last piece is asking IT to do it on a shoestring. They will. IT are smart people. They really are big at getting solutions done. They can do just about anything. Unfortunately, most companies now are getting their performance from technology. And if you're going to skimp on technology, then you're skimping on a critical tool that everybody else is already using to go forward. So a little bit extra spending, if IT is running well, a little bit of extra spending can go a long way. It's a highly scalable investment. If you try to scrimp on that and cut back really far, all you're doing is letting your competitors get ahead of you. So when we find companies that are transforming their IT function, whether it's the CIO leading the transformation on their own, or whether the senior executive is saying, hey, you got to fix something, the answer that we see is transparency. If you can be really clear on what performance really is, what costs are and how that compares to your industry, and then if you can be really clear on why you're investing things, what everybody's role is, and then go back and figure out whether you got what you expected in that business case, if you can be transparent in those ways, things will get better. Now it's painful at start. At Intel, when they had to turn around their IT department, the first thing they did was figure out unit costs and quality for all of their functions, and it was an absolutely horrible story. But to the CIO's credit, he went out and showed it anyway, and he said, you know, that changed the nature of the conversation, because suddenly they knew that we knew things were bad. Next year, when he came back with the same answers, the same measures, things were better, then he got credit for having made some change. 3-4 years later, this idea that IT was bad was completely gone, and people were starting to ask IT to help them with things like new strategic changes in the company or helping make some innovation happen in the company. It happened by creating that transparency, so everybody knew what was going on, so everybody knew how to have the conversations, and then they could start to drive the change. So our research tends to look at both the IT people who have a problem to solve, how can they really make the value happen, and also the non-IT people who figure they're not getting enough value out of IT, they don't know what to do. And both of them come in. We have companies that sponsor our research center to look at some of these challenges. And we also have courses. So we've got courses in the technology side, and also my favorite course is the one I lead called Essential IT for the Non-IT Executive. There what we've got is CFOs, business unit chiefs, presidents of the company coming in and saying, how can I play my role better? How can I work with my CIO better? And they walk away truly empowered to drive change through technology in their organization.